How's it going, everybody? So welcome back for another Wednesday Night War episode with John Fate and the Fate Club. So, how's everybody been doing out there? Let's see, my phone's all messed up here. All right, so we do have Cody Rhodes over here on AEW. He's defending his belt. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't catch who the guy was, who he's going against. And on NXT, we have... Oh, yeah, I did start watching this one. I get so distracted before this Wednesday night stuff, trying to get all this stuff done and try to watch that first half hour. So we got Gargano versus Roderick Strong over on NXT. For me personally, that would be the better match right now to watch. I don't foresee Cody losing the belt. Trying out a different look today. So, ooh. Maybe we'll put the hood up. Raw, unedited. How I like to do it. Camera's still focusing. Okay, come on. All right. This match right here with the Roderick Strong and Gargano, it's been pretty good. Roderick Strong is trying to get Gargano up for like a superplex or something. So remember, like always, you're watching this live. Whoa. Okay, so if I go back too quick, it's just going to refocus. Don't want to do that too much. So as we watch this, definitely put up your stuff, your questions, comments in the chat section. Get some good wrestling talk going. Those make for the best episodes for me and probably for you guys too. So otherwise, I'm going to, drink a little bit here. Should have got my bigger mug because I'm going to be out of that pretty soon here. So we did put a different video out there earlier. Got some items in, kind of playing with those different things, sour items. And you've watched the video that I posted earlier with the Carolina Reaper caramels. Out of the 5 people that have taken it so far, it's pretty hot. I will be taking them next week. And then probably do like a first run of that Pucker Up show. So we'll get that out next week. And then I'll be taking one of those caramels myself. So they were trying to get me to take that challenge yesterday. And I was like, not happening. I'm great at a lot of things, but eating hot stuff, I am not. So if I cry... It's a very real possibility. Oof. Not a huge Roderick Strong fan. I think he's kind of bland, but man, he can wrestle, and you put him in there with Gargano. They are stringing together a lot of good moves right now. And Cody is still going at it over here on AEW. He's going for his finger forward, up. It's over. Oh, okay, that's Warhorse. And Warhorse just tapped out to Cody. No surprise there. Ooh. Camera. I might have to look at getting a different one here. Oh, Dark Order. Warhorse pushed Cody out the way. Dark Order's attacking. Looks like we got Arn coming in. Uh-oh. Arn Anderson's in the ring. Cody's out. Uh-oh. Is that? Little woo-woo-woo. Matt Cardona, a.k.a. Zack Ryder, is making his debut. Uh-oh. Okay, so I know what he's been doing for the last couple of months. He's looking kind of jacked. Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder makes his debut on AEW. Dude looked like he doubled in size since leaving WWE. Well, he really hasn't been on WWE too much towards the end when he got let go anyway. So AEW is on commercial right now. Tegan Knox and actually, wow, Rhea Ripley over here. She has blonde hair now. Not sure if I like the Rhea Ripley with the blonde hair, but yeah, it looks like a serial killer confession video. How's it going, Ryan? How's it going? Thanks for it. It does kind of look like that, doesn't it? Brand new to this world of glasses here, so try to wear them a little bit more often. Ryan says it's going coverific. Okay. Yeah, so trying the whole glasses thing. Didn't want to be too flashy like I normally am, so decided to wear them for this video today because starting to get a little bit of headache without them. So I'm like, all right, let's just wear the glasses. That's true. Now I can be a superhero without them. Without them on though, or with them on, people are like, "Oh, you look so much older." I'm like, "Oh, thank you. Maybe I should."
Keep these guys protected online. Easy. Connect to the XI gateway. What about wireless data options for the family? You can customize and what about internet speeds that keep up with like gaming? Let's hook you up with the fastest internet from Xfinity.
So NXT is on commercial.
This is actually fire.
AEW is on commercial, so started to get some, like I was saying a little while ago, started to get some of the items here to try to do that new little show that I want to look to do because I really want to know some of the guys around here that I've worked with for many years, and I want to talk with them, and I want to do it in such a way that we're having fun and can kind of loosen up and So got some sour items coming. I got a few. Not going to go too crazy with it, but I got the first hot item. That caramel. That's what that video was earlier that I debuted out there. My brother just called me right before this. We went live, and he was like, "I'm not taking that caramel, so don't try to give it to me." All right, look, they're promoting All Out number 3 coming up here in September. We got the GOAT to try to get Kane to do the sour thing. Yep, him. You'll donate to his campaign for re-election.
That's right, damn it. Matt Hardy, you son of a bitch. You cost me that win, Matt. This is my first match back on Dynamite. You stupid son of a bitch. This is not over.
What son of a bitch in Spanish, Sammy?
Son of hell, bitch.
Exactly. And I'll tell you one other thing, too. Orange Cassidy has been causing a lot of issues ever since I beat him here on Dynamite. He wants a rematch. Well, here's a real scoop. In 2 weeks from tonight, on August 12th, there will be a rematch of one of the greatest matches in AEW history. Jericho versus Cassidy, Part 2, in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, Jericho versus Orange Cassidy, Part 2. That should be interesting.
He's going to stand in the middle of the ring and give me $7,000 cash to repay me for this jacket that he ruined. What color is this jacket, Tony? It's kind of orange. What's orange? It's even oranger than it was.
He's like the nicest wrestler on the planet. If anyone would do it, it would be him. You know what? Eventually, I would like to get up to the, little bigger names, but I figure we got a lot of good talent that I can probably reach out to, and some have had tryouts for WWE. Some have had worked a night or two with WWE or AEW. And, just kind of, I want to see the people that are around here that have made a name in the Midwest or whatever the case is. Kind of get some of their backstory. With this channel being only 4 months old, I kind of want to keep it fresh and keep doing things. And to be honest, if I get 1,000 subscribers and get to that next level, that's great. Otherwise, I'm going to do this for fun because, it's my time to do this and try to grow the channel. And I just like interacting with the other, wrestling fans out there. So when I stop having fun, then I won't, I try to, Buck Zumhoff is available. Is that even a real person? Or are you just trying to get me to sound out Zumhoff?
He was involved in a very major contract signing. Here Tony Conto with FDR, signing contract, get top 5 maybe. Just for that.
So in case you missed it, Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona is now AEW. Debuted a little bit. Wiki him. You wish you didn't.
We want to be the AEW Tag Team Champions, and to do that, we need a tag team consultant. And
I would say he knows just a little bit about tag team wrestling, so we wanted him here to oversee.
Hello, Tony. Hey. Counselor.
All right, so this is interesting. FTR is in a contract signing.
Make sure we're good here. You got your signing bonus, all right?
Up front, yes, sir.
Solid.
First things first.
Okay.
They got Arn Anderson in their corner.
10-second rule on double teaming.
Yes, sir.
Strictly enforced.
Strictly.
Tag team rope.
Yep, just for us.
FTR matches only. Okay, well, fantastic. Well, let me ask you about this one thing here. Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Very important. Okay.
Great point.
Looks good to me.
When we spoke to Mr. Khan, he promised us, he guaranteed one night, August 12th, for Tag Team Appreciation Night, hosted by FTR. We want to make sure that that is, without a doubt, happening.
It's in the contract.
All right, August 12th, Tag Team Appreciation Night on AEW.
Let's do it then. All right, sounds good to me. That is all we need to hear.
So, but it looks like FTR's siding with Arn Anderson. I've heard rumors that there's going to be a Four Horsemen reboot over here in AEW.
Drink. You guys like whiskey, right?
I mean, if it's
cool.
Yeah, why not?
This was for you, but I guess this will be for Arn. It's up Arn. There we go, guys.
Maybe not anymore. More for us.
All right, boys. Hey, Mid-Atlantic.
Right
Oh,
again.
yeah. Congrats, guys.
Thank you. That's cheap stuff. Things the nostrils. That's a little too much. Yeah. That's good. Come on. Come on. Cheers.
All right, so that's interesting. If that's a reboot of the Four Horsemen, you have FTR, you have Cody Rhodes. That's a good three. Who's going to be the fourth? So Ryan says, it's amazing that WWE didn't do a Four Horsemen reboot. Evolution basically was it, but I'm surprised they never did the name. Yeah, that is true. You know, I'm glad to see AEW's doing it. I feel like if WWE would have tried it, they would have just jagged it up somewhere along the lines, if not right out of the gate. Look how bad and they messed up the NWO as they tried to do that in WWE, even though it was just very limited because they don't have a clue, I don't think, anymore, or haven't had a clue in a while on what wrestling fans actually want. But here I complain, but yet I still watch. So. So we got the Robert Stone brand over here on NXT. We got Shotzi Blackheart going against Martinez. You got Robert Stone and Aaliyah outside. Aaliyah did sign with Robert Stone brand last week so that he can do all the things that she doesn't want to do, so she can just focus on hurting people in the ring. I can agree with you there, Ryan. So Ryan says, in fairness, NWO mainly failed because Nash's injury and Hall washed out, but he can agree. What was the Undertaker group back when he was the heel and he had the Brood and everybody there with him? Surprised they haven't tried to do that. Luckily, Bray Wyatt has some control in his character. Is it the Chosen? I don't know. Yeah, Shotzi Blackheart messed that move up, but so this Shotzi Blackheart character, the Ministry, there we go. That's right. The Ministry.
You see the focus, the razor sharp focus.
Now I can't even look at the screen, Ryan. Thank you, because I just look at the screen. I go, Martinez wins. Look at the screen, though, and I go, man, it does look like a Confessions of a Serial Killer. Little makeshift little area to run the show today until I finish painting and all that stuff. So we got SSO Violence. It's been a week or so since we've seen you. So I see you're not sitting in your normal background. What happened? Trying something different. And then last week's video I pointed out that I had a little leak, and then I made it worse by cutting into the electricity. I'll get to that comment that just made me chuckle here. So still working on that, getting that fixed up, and we'll have the set. Try to change it up a little bit so it doesn't get too old. And then Ryan said corporate ministry had a badass theme. I can agree to that. And SSO says, all I can think about in the picture behind you with the bench, I just want to say, run, Forrest, run. I can see that. That's what made me chuckle. Run, Forrest. All right, so we have Adam Page coming out. Looks like we have the Dark Order. All right, we got Kenny Omega. I think we kind of talked about Kenny Omega last week. He's not really been doing too much since joining AEW. I don't know if that's by design on his part so that there doesn't look like there's favoritism, but I mean, Kenny Omega came in AEW as one of the hottest free agents. I mean, I know this is partly his creation as well, but I get Cody doesn't want to propel himself too far up there. The Young Bucks, neither. But, I mean, these four guys are the reason why a lot of the people are watching this. So, not saying beat Triple H from, 2006, 2007, when it was like for 4 years straight. If, he very rarely didn't have the belt. I'm not saying do that, but SSO wanted to know if I happened to watch The Undertaker Last Ride yet. He thought it was pretty cool. I seen one episode, and that's the episode where they talk about Wrestler Court. I think I'd never heard that story before. When I heard about the Wrestling Court, I'm like, that's a great idea. I love that. How Xavier Woods gave him the gavel, and that's like he showed off the gavel. It's just a normal gavel with his name engraved in on it, but Wrestling Court. That's I like that idea.
Looks like the Stu sacrificed his partner that time to get an advantage. That's a loyalty code. Speak on that with the golf board. There's a certain
Nice little tag match going on here. I think NXT is still on commercial. They are still on commercial. So I try to stay away from politics here on this channel, but come on, when are we going to get, enough? When are we going to be able to finally convince The Rock just to finally just give in and run for president? Sorry, my dad happened to talk about it earlier. He said, yeah, you should run for president and you should put like Kevin Hart as his VP. I'm like, no way, Kevin Hart. Do Terry Crews. Stone Cold Steve Austin for VP. Have him get tossed Steve-alizers.
She's the only female around. Well, I know she is. The detective now, so. Kazarian walks on, the best to you. Put his mask on.
So 2 weeks, tag team night, AEW. That should be pretty good.
As you know, Colton, we're going to make a great job. Tag mate. He'll will be legal. And so Hangman Page. How about the demands by FTR for the ladies? Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, I think it's a good job by FTR. Go for it, man. Nobody's going to give it to you. I got someone like on Instant coaching up. It's great. I agree with everything they got.
Hangman Page with that fall away slam.
Well, he's been stirring the whole deal around here, Cole. I got me a couple victories. Well, I would agree with that. He has. Grayson right now are in great danger.
Hangman Page with that kip up. That's one thing. All right, so Ryan says it's actually kind of funny how many people want him to run, especially in Hollywood. I'm 99% sure he's a Republican. The shit show would be fun to see. And SSO says, that's funny that you say that. Actually made a comment on one of his videos about how he should be president, and he liked it and said he will one day. Oh, snap. Well, same here, Ryan. Tired of politics and political parties. SSO says I definitely can see Terry Crews doing that, and his I'm assuming he's the starring out effing dancing peck moves. Terry Crews. Also, I'm guilty. I watch AGT. I like the show. Terry Crews is the host. Everything Terry does, I'm like, man, he just seems like a down-to-earth, genuine person.
It sounds like you enjoy this. You enjoy hanging out with the Dark Order. I mean, I enjoy hanging out with you guys.
That's interesting, though, that whole peck dance thing you were saying. The Rock has his peck, peck pounce of love or whatever from Journey to the Center of the Earth 2, where he's like bouncing. Terry Crews is a national treasure. That is for sure. I mean, I get a chance to meet a lot of wrestlers, but then I've met The Rock way back when he was Rocky Maivia. But Terry Crews is on my list of people to meet. If I got to meet Terry Crews one day, that's on my list.
No choice. Omega and Page have been the longest running title holders in AEW history. 190 days. Don't forget, we got that secret hashtag coming up during this picture-in-picture, JR. Yeah, folks, don't miss any action.
So they're going to a picture-to-picture here. So the girlfriend didn't realize that he did. He just made the list. The serial killer list. That's it. No more glasses in my videos. I won't be able to see you guys. Actually, that's not true. I have really good vision. Just a little stigmatism on the left eye. But Cameron Grimes is out. Coming out here. He's about to get whooped by Keith Lee. Oh, Keith Lee's got his hand on his neck. Not a terrible fan of Cameron Grimes, but uh-oh, lights are out. Scarlett Bordeaux, or however you say her last name, is out. Grimes tried to take advantage. Just got a huge power bomb.
Attention fully on Scarlett.
Mr. Lee.
Grimes is out. Cross is talking.
You did that. And now you have to live with that. But at this present time, I'm going to provide you with two more choices. The easy way. You give me my shot at the NXT Championship. Or the hard way. And Keith, you don't even want to know what that is. Because everyone will suffer.
Yesterday was shoulder days, and as I get older, the recover time from my workouts are a little bit longer. Just had like a bad cramp, like right up in here. So it looks like Killian Cross is getting his shot at Keith Lee. So he's going to be the next competitor.
He's a great kid. He's an amazing kid. He's the love of my life. Now that it's an McCarthy, I love Grayson Murray.
It's a heavy strike. Get more tandem offense for the tag team champions. So Paige has got a second win, they say, in Oklahoma.
Ooh.
Still a adrenaline rush there.
SSO wants to name the best top 5 big men to ever lace a pair of boots. Well, first couple are easy. Andre the Giant for sure. If you watch some of his older stuff where he's actually able to hit moonsaults and stuff before he got too big. So Andre, definitely the best big man in the business. Ooh. So Andre, we got I'm a huge Vader fan. I think his feud with Sting in the early 90s, put him on the map. I think Vader did pretty good as a big man. You guys can chime in here anytime you want to help bail me out on this one. Big man, I like Bam Bam. Thought Bam Bam was a really good big man. Who else do I like? I obviously like the Big Show. He's been around for quite a long time. It's just really hard. So Ryan, Andre, Vader, Big Show, Bam Bam. Yep. So we agree on 4. I would probably have to say the 5th one would probably be for me. I thought King Kong. I would probably say Yokozuna. You know, at the time, he did a really good job as a heel, and I really didn't care for him then. But looking back on what he did, you know, I think Yoko was a really good, was a pretty good big man. Yeah, Ryan, maybe Yoko. When we're thinking the top five, I mean, there's other Andre, yes, Big Show, yes, Vader, yes, and also Yoko from SSO. Well, there's still one more on there. SSO. And Bam Bam. All right, so we're in agreement here. See, nobody had one man gang on their list.
That's a little bit of a shocker right there that anybody kicks out of that V trigger, especially from behind up the spine, the lower.
That was a joke, right?
Can't see it, man. Just knock you out. Oh, going for their combo move here. Look out!
Oh, buckshot V trigger. Yeah, Bundy not in the top five. I agree. I can agree with that, Ryan. Definitely top 10 though. Ryan says, Ackham for the win. "13 Scarborough says, was just going to say OMG. No, you're on the road, 13 Scorpio, but definitely would like your pick on the top 5 big men in wrestling. All three of us pretty much agreed. Andre, Vader, Big Show. Ooh. Ryan wants to know if Nash would count as a big man, but he's leaning towards no. Yeah, I would guess I'd lean towards no. He's the tall man. Bobby's here in the house. He said Great Khali. Ryan says the top 5 chonkers. That sounds like the word of the night. The word of the night tonight. I just messed that one up. I'll let that one go. Chonkers. Bobby Davishire, the great stiff knees. So Bobby, top 5 big men in wrestling. Oh, OMG, the one man gang and the big boss man.
And they believed that they were coming in with too positive of a mindset. They were coming in here thinking that everything was naturally going to break their way. Well, it didn't necessarily happen. Rise was learning the hard way how difficult it is to hang on this brand. So retaliation. It's inevitable. Boss man to the top 10, I would agree. When and where? Who knows? Lots of $1 million question. That's how Mr. Brody Lee and Dolph going to roll. I expect that. Thanks for showing up, Kenny. We really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. We have something to say right to Kenny Omega. Right directly to him. Jim, I got another note here.
Tony, what's going on?
Well, I don't know. It's
Tony, it's Brett.
well, no, it's from Dr. Britt Becker. She's been sending me notes all night. This one says I have something to say regarding Big Swole. Okay.
Thanks, Tony. Thank you.
All right.
I want to address something very quickly because I know Big Swole.
We got Britt Baker out on the mic.
In the commercial.
I heard Chris Statlander is injured now, so she's going to be out for a while.
But I know more than anything, Big Swole wants to get her grimy hands on me. She's obsessed with me. She can't keep my name out of her mouth.
That's a good question. Are Taker and Kane considered big?
I'm a role model. I'm going to give you a shot at me, but only if you beat an opponent of my choice. Because don't forget, Big Swole, this is still my division.
An opponent of her choice.
Well, the gauntlet's been thrown.
I think I agree here with Ryan. I put Taker and Kane with Nash as tall, but not huge. And Ryan's previous comment said, I only say that because Bossman really needed good opponents to look good, like Mr. Perfect. And then Ryan said, I'd say 400 plus. Okay. SSO says I'd have to say no because he wasn't over 400. I mean, if anything, we can throw Mark Henry in the ring, in the mix.
This is Corona Hot Sauce.
I know my son won't be happy because for the longest, Mark Henry was his favorite. Mark is a decent big man, but as top five, no, not with the names that were announced before. I mean, I don't think anybody here can say that Andre is not definitely in that list. I like, so that's the one I'm like, that definitely. But Big Show, Bam Bam, Vader, Yokozuna. I know SSO, you mentioned the dark side of, or not the Undertaker special, and I didn't realize him and Yoko were, kind of close. Ryan says Henry's last half was good stuff, but he was bad for a long time. I would definitely agree with that. The House of Pain, inducting people into the House of Pain, I really like that gimmick, but as funny as it was, him being the father of Mae Young's hand, Bobby says, speaking of Mark Henry, I was watching him weightlifting and he was a beast and he was natural. And 13 says, more round to be a big man.
I know. But that Parker promo saved me so much my insurance.
Yeah, so we usually have a wrestling, Salutes of Wrestling Day at the hockey games for the Admirals here in Wisconsin every year. And this year they were bringing in Mark Henry. Mark Henry has been on his list, not my list, but he's on my list too of someone I'd like to meet. But he's been on my son's list since he was 6. He's now going to be 14 this year. We were finally going to get to meet him. And then the pandemic started. And so now he missed him again. And then so getting back to the comments, Ryan says, he, referring to Dan's, more round to be a big man. And then Ryan, baby hand would be in college by now. That's true. I'm glad that they're not, that they hopefully forgot about that. Hopefully that's in one of their things. Like, I can't believe, what were we thinking at the time when we did this? That we thought, yeah, this would be a great idea. Let's have him shack up, and she's gonna give birth to a white hand.
The rest of those girls should fear me. They will feel me.
Diamante, it's like cradle one. That's it. 3 seconds is all it takes.
I will get it done by any means necessary. I've got nothing to lose, but I've got everything to prove. So even if I gotta give my last breath in this match, then that's just what it's gonna have to be. Because you know what they say. Expresión hace sus diamantes.
Baby Han grew up to be the hamburger helper spokesman. Oh man.
Approaching the ring from Kanagawa, Japan, is the AEW Women's World Champion.
All right, looks like we have a women's match. We got Sheeta. I don't know if she's defending her belt or not. Oh man. Now I'm thinking way too much about this hamburger helper spokesman. There's also the Arby mitt, you know. And NXT is on commercial. So Kairi Sane is now officially done with WWE. I know that she wants to go go back to Japan and stuff, be with her husband, just newly married. Do we think part of this could be maybe? Do you think there's any chance of seeing her on the AEW or? I wouldn't think TNA because they had Slammiversary, and after that, I kind of tuned into 1 or 2 of the shows, and I'm like, the Good Brothers. That's about that. All are doing it for me on TNA.
She probably feels like she's been wrong time or 2 down the road by a promoter. She probably didn't get her almighty, for God's sakes, push that she deserved. They all deserve it. Well, here's how you deserve things. Win the match. But win this match. She's giving an effort right now, JR. She's grounded and pounded and on AEW Women's Champion. She's giving her best effort, but she is. She will turn it around, though. Diamante has won 2 matches in a row, including last week. A very great opponent.
Brian says, check your text. I just got the thing.
Last week we have the AEW Women's Tag Team Cup Tournament, the deadly draw that kicks off this Monday on our YouTube channel, 7 o'clock, 6 Central.
Thanks, Ryan.
The deadly draw is very interesting. We're going to give you the rules of that coming up a little bit later on here on the show.
Oh man,
Is that with inflation? It's all about 2 million now.
that's pretty good.
This will kick somebody's draw in. That's a great tournament. Sorry. No, that was so good. Sheena just, I just want to talk about how her ability and striking ability.
I'm saving that. That's going to be used for something.
From a hamstring, she just really brings it. When you think about someone who wears leather tights, they're going to bring.
I'll have to look in the comments here. I still got a Wikipedia or Wiki. What is this? Bucks them off.
Diamante victory over Evilise last week, I thought was due to the swamp package. It looked like Evilise had complete control. Diamante's surge and more.
Oh yeah, okay. It does say American professional wrestler.
I think that we saw that in the video. I like her. I think she got a lot of upside. This Diamante.
Better known as Rock and Roll Bucks them off. Oh, okay. 25 years in prison.
I don't think this bodes well for the smaller Diamante, but what do I know? She's standing toe-to-toe with a champion.
Okay, I'll read that a little bit more later. But now it's at least saved on there.
They will risk control. Very, very quick. And she landed on her toes, not flat-footed. She's an athlete. Forearm shiver. knee strike that driving knee I was discussing.
Ah, excuse me.
Yeah, that's the thing people like with the way she is. Her follow-up maneuvers are so impressive and so quick.
Don't forget our main event is still to come, ladies and gentlemen. Texas Tornado Tag, no disqualifications. As is bringing Cage and Starks to take on the champ, John Moxley.
So anyone watching, switching this up a little bit while NXT is on commercial. Woman match is going not too bad, but so I've been taking some, and after playing this season after season after season, trying to bring out my Nintendo Switch more often. So I have been playing that.
Very quick hands is Diamante. Got a lot of rage in her. Yeah, stop them while they're down.
Feels like I was setting up a question there. So I guess anybody here play the Switch. Right now I tried out Animal Crossing because I haven't played it since GameCube. Not bad. More of the same, but they've improved enough.
That's what broke that count.
So now we'll see the strategy employed as we seemingly are in the, we turn the corner here in this one, at least for Diamante and her fans.
Diamante, this is it already.
Devante, I think they call
Great kick.
Well, tight right there in the low altitude. To your point, JR. You got to stay on her, that Diamante. Don't waste too much time. This is a nasty
Diamante.
champion.
Oh, that was a mess up.
Now she's trying to get the ropes, yeah.
But ill-advised, so close to the ropes to initiate the maneuver. But that's what she's done. What she's got to do has to Diamante. Done right back. She moved a hard knee.
Yeah, didn't let her get up, JR. Here's the deal. You got to be. See, the thing is, you have to have your next move lined up in your brain before you hit that initial.
So not sure what the AEW main event is tonight, but NXT has the triple threat. The winner advances into that ladder match for the North American Championship at the next TakeOver.
Tony and Taz of Cody earlier tonight. Seemed a little bit.
It's the finals of the NXT Cruiserweight Championship tournament, and I pushed the NXT Cruiserweight champion.
So NXT has a cruiserweight
So I know what it feels like to get to the top. Now that I'm medically cleared,
tournament going on.
on that road, and it starts tonight with Isaiah Swerve Scott.
Man, I don't know. Maybe their cruiserweights just don't do it for me on NXT.
I have no idea why Austin has cheated.
And Sheeta has won her match. No surprise there. I am not a fan. I don't know if you guys have seen the AEW Women's Championship. It just looks so tiny. I don't like the design at all.
It's a random draw. In other words, all competitors must draw a color. Matching colors will become a team. That means you're going to go into the tournament not knowing who your partner is.
Okay, so they're announcing the deadly draw rules for this women's tag team tournament. The tournament is a random draw. All competitors must draw a color. Matching colors will become a team. Selections of the team, so that it's going to be a trophy. So it's the Dusty Classic, basically, but AEW. Selections are final and cannot be appealed. Okay, I'm excited. I like when they do that. They, randomly pit people together and stuff and do that tournament. I know WCW used to do that, but they used to do it all in, was it Super Brawl, or where they would have a battle royal or something like that. And when your partner's out, you're out.
Nyla, somebody's actually already chosen that color.
So Nyla Rose's partner is
Nyla, lucky for you, I'm back. Girl, hi.
Cameron. Okay.
Looks like Ariana's going to be teaming up with Nyla Rose. Now we're going to take it back to MJF, who is preparing for his...
Purple. I like purple. Those are
Nyla, somebody's actually already chosen that color.
cool.
Nyla, lucky for you, I'm back. Girl, hi. So it looks like Ariana's going to be teaming up with Nyla Rose. Now we're going to take it
Ariana,
back to
okay.
MJF, who is
They're going by
preparing
her.
for the state of the industry.
The other Funkadactyl is back. She's with Nyla Rose. $13 Scorpio, 5 viewers and only 1 like on the stream. Come on, you guys. Hit that like button. Thank you, 13 Scorpio. Hit the like button if you can. That's why I do it. Chit chat with you guys. Oh, we're at 3 with 6 people on. I know this week we got a few more subscribers on here, so we are getting close to the 100 mark. So that's what was my first goal, is to get 100 subscribers. So Ryan is over here saying funky.
Is couch size a thing? Not in my book. Really putting this new data plan to work. You can't do it. I think I'm pulling Hammy.
Hello there. Do we go crunchy cool or
So,
classic?
I'm not sure what MJF is doing here.
One for me and one for you. Now that's a sandwich.
MJF. It says MJF 2020. So he's got his security. He's got his hand sanitizer. There's a lady holding a baby. Now it looks like he's mouth washing so he can kiss a baby.
Make the smart choice and switch to Sling.
Oh, he's mouth washing after he kissed the baby.
Get started in 5 minutes at sling.com. It's a familiar story. Allergies ruining your sleep and next day too. Taking Xyzal at night relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wait for
People out there with pins. MJF for 2020.
Same relief as Zyrtec at nearly half the size. Be wise all. Take Xyzal at night.
Okay, I'm interested enough to see where this is going because
It's a different type of sweet and spicy.
This is actually fire. I'm not even lying. I'm not even lying.
it says MJF 2020. We deserve better. Is his banner. NXT is still on commercial, so all right.
Changing data, more and more sensitive personal data. And it doesn't just drag HR down, it drags the entire business down with inefficiency, errors, and waste. It's ridiculous. With Paycom, employees enter and manage their own data in a single
AEW is
Paycom
on commercial as well. 13 score.
Atlas has to remain focused. Take a look.
Bobby says MJF for Prez. And then 13 Scorpio says, good thing it isn't Joe Biden. And Ryan is laughing out loud.
So many blockbuster matches coming your way in the weeks to come, heading to NXT TakeOver 30 and running our triple threat match in tonight's main event. Who will qualify for the ladder match to determine a new NXT North American champion at TakeOver 30? 3 weeks from this Saturday. Whoa!
Unfortunately for you, I've been given an exorbitant amount of time here tonight to force feed you all with knowledge like a 5-year-old being fed mac and cheese. Oh, okay, honey, I'll read off the sheet. Can you just do the world a favor? Give me a little smile, huh? Huh? You look so much prettier when you do that, honey. Thank you so much. Okay, speech time, speech time. Please, I love you too. Before I start this speech, I would like to implore you, our AEW fans, to
So MJF is
please use the following hashtags. Hashtag MJF 2020 and hashtag not my
doing his little
champion.
speech.
You'll find out why in a moment's time, so please bear with me.
Bobby says, I don't know if it's legit, but SummerSlam might be on a boat.
Right now,
I did hear rumors about that. That would be pretty interesting. I heard that they're kind of getting sick and tired of doing things at the Performance Center. Ryan wants to know who shit his pants.
The reason I've never spotlighted 2 weeks in a
Okay.
row is because a certain individual is afraid of being upstaged 2 weeks.
And then took it full circle with the hand thing from
It is time for a change
13
in
Scorpio.
leadership around here. Change. It's a powerful
Which,
word I just used.
13 Scorpio, I know you have your YouTube channel with your Corvettes. My dad just told me today he's looking at possibly getting a 1980 something Corvette. Something that we could talk about later.
And wrestle whoever he wants, simply because he came from a place of titans, isn't new. That's old hat, brother. This quickly went from being a revolution and has unfortunately turned into a dictatorship, and that is why Jon Moxley is not my champion. Now hold on, people. I cannot tell a lie. Absolutely. I will not stand here and pretend that Jon Moxley isn't one of the greatest wrestlers our great sport has ever seen. However,
Don't know if you guys can hear this. I'm a little bit further away from the TV today. I'll turn it up a little bit.
Side effects that have occurred ever since the Moxley reign has started. Wrestling. It's on the marquee, and yet people, where is it? All I see is a bunch of great wrestlers having to come out here and perform gymnastics, flip-flop and fly and or almost die in an attempt to make you, the viewers at home, think they're good at their job. That's
Nice
just
promo here
wrong.
from MJF.
But I don't blame you, AEW fans. You see, you have been brainwashed into thinking that that is what good professional wrestling is. And that brainwashing starts all the way at the tippy top. And that is why, Jonathan, a world champion is supposed to lead by example. He's not supposed to let his roster mates come out here and play wrestle, and he's damn sure not supposed to come out here and cosplay as a specific wrestler, and that's a stone cold fact. Now, I don't have to play wrestler because I am one. I'm undefeated. I am the first and last MJF. You know what I'm not, though, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not a media analyst, and yet everybody wants to pretend to be because everybody wants to talk about ratings. And that's why we treat Dictator John so well, right? Because of his name value, right? Because where on earth would the numbers lie without Dictator John, right? Wrong. You know who on average happens to draw better numbers minute for minute than your Dictator John? Yours truly. Oh, you didn't know that, did you? That's because Dictator John doesn't want you to. See, according to Dictator
So are they trying to set up Jon Moxley, MJF?
And to that I say, how dare you? AEW is meant to be the land of opportunity, and you've squandered that, and that is why it's time for a new guard around here. Because the old guard's been running the show on this planet for centuries, and look where it's gotten us, people. War, famine, disease. Our earth is dying and so are our morals, and yet here we are with Jon Moxley running the old guard, and our infrastructure is falling and falling fast. Well, I'm here to tell you people that I can catch this company, throw it on my back, and sprint this brand up the steep terrain to the very top because my talent outweighs your tenure, John. I am AEW. I bleed black, white, and gold. I'm the guy who's going to be leading this company.
MJF sounds like CM Punk.
5 years.
Sounds like a ref named Dictator.
Do the math and grab a calculator.
Dictator, a gimmick waiting to happen.
And I will not stop until we go from happily glad-handing each other for being the alternative and transform this brand into the pinnacle of professional wrestling.
Very poignant remarks from
John Moxley, I am challenging you for your world title and announcing my candidacy as the AEW World Champion. I'll see you at All Out, John. You deserve better. I agree with MJF.
All right, so that's where it was going. MJF, Moxley, All Out. So he's announcing his candidacy for AEW World Champion. Next week we got Cody and Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder taking on John Silver and Alex Reynolds of the Dark Order. And I'm just going to call him Zack Ryder for now. But yeah, Zack was looking jacked. So we got FTR, Young Bucks, Hangman, and Omega versus the Dark Order. That should be pretty interesting. The week after that, we're going to have the tag team night, appreciation night that FTR requested in their contract that they signed. And Jericho versus Orange Cassidy debate. Okay.
We'll preside over that debate next week. I look forward to seeing that.
Me too. And Jericho got a little giddy talking about the guest moderator. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, up next, no more waiting. It's time.
Darby Allin, Moxley versus Cage and Ricky Starks is the main event. No disqualification tornado tag match. Man, that's possibly going to be a pretty good match right there. And then we got the triple threat qualifying match over here on NXT. So he should just use the spelling, just spell it differently and still go by Zack Ryder. I agree. I know he has a following on YouTube using his name, Matt Cardona, but, you know, I like Zack Ryder. It just, he's been Zack Ryder for, 15 years now, so. Number one contender match next week, Rhea Ripley versus Dakota Kai. Oni Larkin, Ridge Holliday, and Damian Priest in the qualifying match next week. Damian Priest should definitely walk out with that one. Imperium versus Undisputed Era Tag Championship match next week. Not bad. All right, so Dexter Lumis is one of the three competitors in this triple threat match. Wasn't sure how I felt about this Dexter Loomis character at first, but I don't completely hate it. But I'm not sure that I like it either. All right, next competitor coming out. We got Timothy Thatcher. Maybe I'm missing something. Not a fan of Timothy Thatcher. So SSO, so AEW signed Zack Ryder. AEW, I think we all knew that he was going to definitely end up there. Him and Cody are, pretty thick. So, with that being said, though, I mean that Four Horsemen, the new Four Horsemen, are we looking at Zack Ryder being that fourth member for AEW? It looks like Arn Anderson's aligned with FTR now, which is awesome. Great tag team to have. You got Cody, and now Zack Ryder, possibly that fourth member to round out the new Four Horsemen of AEW that's been rumored. Bobby said, bring back the Internet Champion. So many different possibilities that they could do. I definitely think the Internet Champion that could work. But I think having Zack as that fourth, with Cody at the helm there and FTR. All right, Ryan. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night. John Silver sounds fishy. Third competitor, if you haven't heard the music in the back, is Finn Balor. So, and it is a ladder match, so all the competitors will vie for that North American Championship in a ladder match at the next takeover. So, I don't see Thatcher or Loomis actually walking away with this. But they kind of have been dogging Finn Balor for ever since he, kind of came back from his injury.
The always smooth, absolute Ricky Starks, my man. The floor is yours. Thank you, Taz. You are looking at absolute Ricky Starks. No one better, of course. Apologies. I am young, handsome, successful.
Brian Cage, Ricky Starks.
Everything your baby mama wishes you were. Now, speaking frankly, that's the reason why I was recruited by Taz, because he saw that I had something different than someone like.
Still got a little bit left here. Almost made it through a whole stream off of one cup.
An Olympic gold medalist tells me to go get him. Well, guess what, baby? I got him. And that is no different than what's going to happen.
We can play a little game while he's talking. What's in the cup?
Because you have an enigma. He's different, Cage. Ooh, he's different. He's mysterious. They can't figure it out. Well, guess what I have? And you know what I figured out? You dress like Pigpen and you wrestle like a crash test dummy. And honestly, there's a huge stark contrast between you and me. And that's why you can try to go against the machine Brian Cage, and you can try to go against Ricky Starks. But when you try hard, you die hard. And I'm digging two graves tonight.
You know, the last time Darby and Mox were supposed to tag, it was Mox who got beat up, and Darby had to go alone. But now it looks like the other way around.
As the Draconian Spears is a tag team.
Mox is in grave danger. What the hell?
Whoa! Out of nowhere, coffin drop off the top of the entranceway on Cage and Stark.
And they got the advantage on your guys so far. Or they did. Look at Cage. Well, he's just too much of a man, isn't he?
He's too much of a machine, Tony. And that's the difference, my man. He is just too big, too powerful, too athletic, JR.
Yeah, he's got everything it takes to be a champion for a long time to come.
Yeah, they're putting together you know, this. I like that it's no DQ tornado match. Oh man, this is good for us wrestling fans. Not good for me trying to stream and watch the show at the same time. Anything new for the Fate Mobile? You know, I have the videos just with the putting on the running boards and the little plastic strip that says Gladiator right in there to protect your paint when you're stepping in. But other than that, no. Kind of waiting a little bit, and then we'll see what I do. What do I want to do?
Don't forget, we have another picture coming up. You got that secret hashtag.
All right, another picture commercial break here.
Coming up in one grand prize winner.
So yeah, nothing new for the Fate Mobile. Just I've been really wanting to come up with some new content for the channel here and try to do a little bit more. So I know I got to get better at Instagram. I've been putting up some older photos of Ian with some of the wrestlers that we met. So that's on commercials. NXT might be, yeah, they're on a picture-to-picture. So what I'll do is while I'm on here with you guys, maybe I'll update, post something on Instagram, post another pic that we have. Oh, so the last one I posted was me and the Miz. Let's see what's next on the list. I try to organize them so I can just next on the I did Kalisto. I believe it's Kalisto was the last one I did. All right. So this is actually a cool photo that we'll put on there. Well, Instagram handle is, I believe it's Fate Club. Yep. So it's Fate Club on Instagram. So I'm going to go through here and I'm going to put the next one. This one I'm pretty excited about. Come on. And so many pictures on my phone. There we go. It's another one of Ian. There we go. All right, have a new one on Instagram for you guys. SSO, man. I'm going to use this line. SSO is bring the fire today. And I use that because that's what I named the video earlier. Bringing the fire. Or no, I called the fire down below. But whatever. What's your favorite monster car from WWE, old and new? I'm trying to think of all the monster cars that WWE had out there. I believe there was a Slim Jim one that was pretty cool. I know WCW had a really big affiliation with the monster cars. I'm gonna, while I have you guys on here and stuff is on commercial, maybe I'll just Google it.
We know how technically sound Thatcher is, but Finn Balor can hang. Men like Timothy Thatcher, but still, Thatcher's done a great job going after the midsection, now trying to shake off the dude's hand.
Let's see.
Being very successful in Japan, and there's Timothy Thatcher dropping a massive elbow and goes for the cover. Balor picks up.
Everything aggressive and for that Timothy Thatcher's offense is amazing.
And Loomis just keeps getting back up, guys. Every single time he gets knocked back down.
Oh yeah, the Hogan one
Loomis is going away.
with the arms going up and over the hood. That was kind of interesting. They actually did the regular Hogan and they did Hollywood. Oh. Bigfoot owned WCW monster truck. They have a Nitro one. Austin's 316. There's a Sting. Looks like there was a Bret Hart, a Goldberg. Medusa, of course. Macho Man. That's pretty cool. So there's a lot more out there than I actually realized. Some, when I said it, I'm like, I remember that. But there's I'm like, didn't even realize they had one. Uh, 13 score, yeah. Goldberg did dominate. And SSO was the Undertaker in the 90s. I gotta see this Undertaker one. It sounds familiar, but I don't. Okay. There it is right there. You know, I like the fact that Medusa not only had one, but she drove her own. You know, it was a shame monster cars, you know, and they didn't have an Andre the Giant one. Guys, almost as big as a monster truck, and yet they didn't have an Andre monster truck. Finding a new, I've always liked Andre. I thought he was great, but if you watch some of his earlier stuff, he was more agile. I do think, so 13 Scorpio said, I think she still does. I do believe that they still, I believe she does still do that. I got sidetracked on that and forgot about wrestling. That's what I like. I like talking with you guys about wrestling and stuff. So Darby Allin has his skateboard. Took the wheels off of it, but it has thumbtacks on the bottom of it. Oh. Darby jumped off. The tacks are literally stuck in his back. SSO said, so did The Undertaker. SSO also said, I also like the old Battle Buddies. Those were way better than the new ones. Definitely agree. There is one I haven't got my hands on. You know, is the Macho King. But is the main one I would be looking for. But, you know, you had $1 Million Man. You had Boss Man. I think I have an Ultimate Warrior. I have a Hogan. WCW even had a few of those. So I think I have a Kevin Nash and a Sting. But definitely the Macho King. I've been eyeballing it. I should just pull the trigger on it, but
Finn Balor took the opportunity here to break up the submission attempt from Dexter Lumis. Take a look at this, Tom.
So they're showing a little replay of what happened in NXT. Looks like Thatcher had Balor in a knee bar. And then that has him in a triangle, like from behind. So now he's out. So Dexter Lumis qualifies. Balor's out. Yikes. Everything from back then was better than now. Is what Dan said. I'd have to agree. SSO Violence said, yep, that is true. So Dexter Lumis walked away with that qualifying spot. Yeah, I remember some of the things that I used to get from the old back when instead of going online, you had your catalogs in the newest magazine, and they'd show all the hot items that are just coming out. Then you would see it like the Road Warriors, little foam shoulder pads. Oh man, those were awesome. I still like the wrestling ring, and thanks to 13 Scorpio, I was able to actually, he had one that he was selling. I was actually able to buy it from him. But I remember he used to turn in that thing upside down so I could play my G.I. Joes on there. It was a good twofer, man. It was a nice, solid ring that lasted for years. Not like you buy these rings now and then the corners pop off and break, the post break. And I mean, this thing was sturdy. I mean, you flip it upside down and now you got a little gel and a little base for your G.I. Joes. Man, best wrestling ring that they've had. But that's also why the prices on those old action figures with the arms that go back and then you let go and all that other stuff. And Hogan with the the press, the bear hug. So that's the end of both of those shows. So if you guys want, we can. You guys have any more comments? Anything you want to chit chat about? Otherwise, we're gonna wrap this up here in a couple minutes. I'm gonna do another. We filmed the. So the film I put out earlier was the girlfriend, stepson, and my son taking the sea salt caramel. And then we actually have a video of her sister was outside, and she took the caramel. So that was interesting to see her reaction and see how hot that was. And then we have Friday. I'll probably throw out the third video. All this to kind of research, possible videos I might want to do here in the future. Did you see the Hulkamania poster? I did not see the Hulkamania poster. We'll have to have a discussion on that one later because I did not see the Hulkamania poster. Guess I have my gaming headset in front of my TV, so I can't turn the TV off. SSO, do you have a P.O. box in case people want to send you anything? SSO, come back next week, ask that question, and I will have an answer. Or I might respond to this. It's been something that's been talked about, so I think we definitely need to maybe pull the trigger on that, especially if I do these other videos where the hot item changes. Somebody might have something really interesting that they might want to see on there. So I will work on doing so. Wasn't my main priority yet. Oh, okay. So now the next comment here, 13 Scorpio. I don't think Chris Helmsworth is going to pull it off. I don't think I saw the poster to it yet, but I did see that Chris Helmsworth is playing Hogan in a biopic. So that should be interesting. You know, and has anybody seen the movie The Wrestler? Is that a good movie to watch? I haven't. It's been on my list. I think I own it. I think I've owned it for several years, and I just don't get around to doing it with all the other things that I'm doing, or, you know, I don't know. So, all right. With that being said, so yeah, a couple more videos, just kind of sampling out the different things. I'm waiting for the world's sourest candy to get here. That should be here next week. Like I said, we're going to kind of just film. I think maybe I'll even try to shoot my first video next week, but I'll have someone else interview me, and then we'll try to get someone else, another independent guy from around here, that try to get them to do it. So working on some new things, trying to keep it fresh and exciting. I do a lot better on these when you guys are here and I can interact with you guys, so I appreciate it. If you're watching this and you want to take part in the live chat, feel free. We are definitely not like that. So feel free, and I try to answer all the chat comments. Okay. 13 Scorpio says, wait, he'll text it to me. You don't even have to do that. I could probably just Google it. New thing I've been doing here, just keeping the Google on in the back. You know, okay. I saw this earlier, actually. But the one I saw had him, and then next to him was like a Macho Man. If that's the actual poster, that's, yeah, I don't know about that. Okay, so that's a could look as. So that must not be. Yeah, no. SSL, surprisingly, was actually really good. Mickey Rourke played the. Yeah, that's the one I just saw in there. Interesting poster. So interesting. All right, so like I said, I'll work on the Instagram, getting more up there. Got tons more pictures with wrestlers. I try to stay out of them. I like to just have my son in the picture because That's kind of like our thing. So, but Bobby already knows who it is because he's already liked it. Thank you, Bobby. Always big supporter of Fate Club. So hopefully you're rocking your shirt and hat and all the other stuff that you got for being the first Fate Club winner. So I'll have to go back and through and see who the top person is for the month. So announce that next week, who the top viewer is. So make it official. All right. Well, with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up here. We're going to call it a night. And I will see, hopefully, you guys all here next week, same time. I should do like the Batman, like same fate time, same fate channel. All right. Thank you, guys. And remember, first rule of Fate Club, you always talk about Fate Club. Until next week, take care. Stay safe.